Hello and welcome back to FrogClan. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a second since I have touched FrogClan. I've been sick and tired and all kinds of other IRL things, so I really appreciate your patience with this clan and with the time that I'm taking. So it really does make a difference. We'll take a quick look here just to get a little bit of a feel for where we're currently at. So we have Sawstar here, who's feeling a little bit sassy today. He has a muscular body. We have Wisteria here, who wants to get to know Snip Husk better, and is currently our deputy. He has adaptable vision. We have Lotus Shade, our medicine cat, who has a prehensile tail, and is currently a little sick, it looks like. We have Brightpaw, our bloodthirsty medicine cat, with venomous teeth. She's the only current candidate though. We have Brookfruit, who's sitting back watching an argument take place. He has poisonous blood. We have Snip Husk, who has a steel nose, small body, and sinker tail. She is a loyal warrior who is in awe of Sawstar's leadership. She's currently training Oakpaw. We have Heatherpatch, who is a normal cat and wants to get to know Sawstar better. She is calm and a great speaker. We have Deerfade, who is lashing their tail furiously. He is strict and a great hunter, and is also a normal cat. Oatpaw wonders how Driftburn is doing and is faithful but a normal cat. Specklepaw is vengeful and practices some battle moves, also a normal cat. And Driftburn is giving Sawstar attitude. Despite them being mates, he is strict and a good speaker. He has adaptable vision and a tailless, tail. And that is currently our clan. It is definitely not looking great, I'm not gonna lie, actually. We really need a Snip Husk to pick a mate, actually, because she has so many traits that she can possibly pass down. Alrighty, so, yeah. Looks like we definitely could be doing better. StarClan is extremely full of a lot of cats right now. We've got a few unknown queens and kit caretakers there as well. So I guess without further ado, we'll just jump right into our patrols here. Or actually, I guess we'll start with the time skip. Okay, so Lotus Shade is glad that her stomachache is finally gone. And Lotus Shade also announces that she's expecting kits but won't be moving into the nursery just yet. Okay, so Lotus Shade isn't currently mated to a cat, so it would be with a random outside cat that she's having these kits with. And I'm definitely a little nervous because I don't know if Brightpaw is going to be ready for full medicine cat duties before Lotus Shade needs to go in to her care. So I guess what we could do is just switch a random cat over to medicine cat duties just to help out temporarily. I just don't know who that would be. Honestly, a lot of our cats that are kind of, I don't want to say expendable, but have the resources to do that, I don't know if they would. Because they're all kind of abrasive, like Driftburn is strict and Brookfruit is vengeful. So Wisteria is wondering who will get them 9 lives. Normally I'd say they're being really optimistic since Sawstar has all 9 lives of his remaining, but given our current track record with our leaders, I don't even think that this is entirely crazy. Brightpaw is starting a fight with another apprentice. Okay, nothing else is very exciting happening. Okay, I think I'll just have, since he's just hoping to listen to a story, Brookfruit mediate 2 random cats. These two have a little bit of romantic feelings for one another too, so I'm wondering if any kind of cheating would possibly be happening anywhere. It's generally successful. Alright, let's send these two out are gathering. Burdock is beginning to wilt. Maybe they're just coming down with a runny nose, but Lotus Shade doesn't manage to sniff out any burdock, and it feels like a wasted afternoon. They avoid snapping at Brightpaw, who seems unable to identify the common herb, but they definitely come close. Probably just wondering how, effective Brightpaw is actually being at a medicine cat. Dear Fate suggests this might be a good chance for cats to practice new fighting techniques, but unfortunately no one sets up to teach. I'm going to send all 3 of these out on a border patrol, and we'll hope that we get one of the prompts to add cats to our clan. Instead, we get dark clouds on the horizon and wonder if we should continue. Unfortunately, Sawstar is leading this patrol and has already used his pass, so he had to go. We get wet from the rain, but otherwise we are successful. Okay. Phew. I was really scared for a second there. Lotus Shade thinks she's going to have a large litter and decides to move to the nursery in preparation for their soon-to-come kits. So we're kind of, unfortunately, at the impasse now here. We have to make a choice. Honestly, I'm thinking that Driftburn makes the most sense to step in as an alternative medicine cat, because he's an elder. He's got probably the most experience otherwise and has had the most chance to see all the different remedies that Lotus Shade offers, so I do think we'll switch him over to a current helper, and then he can go back to being an elder as soon as Lotus Shade is back on her feet or when Brightpaw is ready. So I think that's just what we're going to have to do, otherwise we could very well not have Lotus Shade very much longer. Dear Fate is working tirelessly. Heatherpatch is still wondering about Sawstar. Brightpaw wonders if StarClan has given Lotus Shade any prophecies lately, but Lotus Shade doesn't seem to be having that problem. Okay, we'll go ahead and patrol. As Brightpaw pads through FrogClan territory, they feel a presence join them. We'll proceed. The connection wavers, and as quickly as the feeling company appears, it vanishes. I do think it's pretty notable that StarClan did try to appear to Brightpaw and not Driftburn. I think that is probably just recognition that Driftburn is just helping right now. Dear Fate suggests practicing some fighting techniques, and Sniphusk is the one that takes charge and coordinates exercises for the training patrol. Soon everyone is practicing tips, tricks, and tumbles. And once again, I just sent the other 3 out on border patrol. We cautiously move towards the sound of barking. Near the border, we spot a dog chasing something. Oh no, it's a cat. We'll proceed to try and help this cat. The patrol swiftly jumps into action. They capture the dog's attention and draw it away from the cat. But Cereberry stays hidden and goes to the cat while the rest of the patrol lures the dog away. They're unharmed, and this display of bravery makes them want to join the clan. Sorrelfeather has joined the clan, and our reputation towards outsiders has improved. Let's see. Ooh. Sorrelfeather is looking around the camp with wonder. He's ambitious and a good speaker. I'll go ahead and roll and see if this very pretty Halloween-like cat has any traits to him. Alrighty, Sorrelfeather is unfortunately painfully normal. Which definitely does stink, because we need more traits very badly. Alrighty, so Sniphusk sits in the crowd, chest puffed out in pride as they watch Oatpaw be named Oatleaf and honored for their commitment. They consider themselves lucky to have been able to train such an amazing young cat and look forward to seeing the warrior they become. Saucer goes to visit Lotus Shade in a nursery with their new single kitten on a completely innocent mission to deliver food to the new parent. And it's noticed that some of the mullion went bad and will have to be replaced. So, completely innocent mission indeed. It really sounds like Saucer may have cough cough, had a relationship with Lotus Shade. Let's see what this little kit looks like though. Little time kits. And sure enough, parents are Lotus Shade and Sauce Star. So we'll be rolling to see what traits Little Time Kit ends up with. He could have a muscular body and a prehensile tail, or none of the above. So first and foremost, we will roll to see if we get any random mutations. Really hoping we do. I want something new. We do not. So then it's just a 50-50 chance about whether or not we keep it. So we'll roll for that. So Little Time Kit here did not roll for the muscular body, but does have a little prehensile tail. Let's see, Oatleaf here turned out to be thoughtful and a great teacher. So she seems like she's going to be a very well-rounded cat. And it looks like Soft Star was making notes of Opa's journey as an apprentice here. You know, something that just occurred to me here. So Driftburn moved in to the medicine cat to help out Lotus Shade with her birth and delivery. And Lotus Shade gave birth to Soft Star's kit. So I'm wondering here. There could definitely be some kind of poly relationship going on here, I think. Just look at all their relationships with one another. Lotus Shade probably has the least feelings for Driftburn here. Lotus Shade is feeling nervous though. I wonder if she feels like she was being very deceitful in her interactions here. Brightpaw starting more fights. I think I'm gonna mediate these two because again, I want Brightpaw to not be a bloodthirsty medicine cat. And we improve relationships a bit there. I am kind of disappointed we only have one kit though. Lotus Shade got the prompt for large litter, and I know she is a bit of an older cat and this is really her very first kit, but I was hoping to see a lot of little baby Lotus Shades. I'm not gonna lie. Driftburn heads out with Brightpaw, deciding that FrogClan needs more blackberry leaves in their stores. While blackberries don't lose their leaves completely, leaf bear is still hard on any plant. Driftburn has to balance the plant's needs, the clan's needs, and their own frozen paws as they try to gather what they can. It's a great help having Brightpaw with them, though they stay cognizant that the younger cat can't be out as long as him. Our patrol has a disagreement and looks to Heatherpatch to settle the dispute. Heatherpatch stutters. I don't think they're fit to lead this patrol. Oh. Wisteria hears desperate mewling coming from the ocean. I think we'll proceed. The patrol races towards the section of beach they heard the wailing coming from. To their horror, they see several kits just barely keeping their heads above water, the remains of a two-leg thing trapping them in place. Wisteria and Oatleaf leap into the water, grabbing the kits by their scruff and handing them over to the rest of the patrol. Dusk Munch's ghost now wanders. But we have Burka and Goldkit joining in the clan. Our reputation towards outsiders has improved again. Let's see. So here's Dusk Munch, who's a rogue, responsible and smart, and is glad that their kits are safe. And here are the kits in question. We have Burka and Goldkit. I do think I'm going to change this Brook kit's name. I do kind of like the idea of keeping a cat with gold eyes named Goldkit though. We'll just generate this. I apologize, I don't really have a comprehensive list of suggestions, so... Ooh, Char is a unique one. So, Char. And it looks like these kits are actually just about time to be apprenticed, so... I'm going to go ahead and we'll roll to see if either of these kits have any traits, and hopefully they will. Sadly, they are both normal. I'm really not getting very lucky with that. So I did get some questions about how to enter notes in. So if you go into their history tab, the green tab on the side, you have to uncheck the box to type in. And then once you typed and you want to save it, you just click the check mark and it'll be saved. That's all it is. So FrogClan welcomed Specklefleck as a new warrior, honoring their justice. As their mentor is about to be chosen, Charpaw interrupts and announces that they want their mentor to be Sorrelfeather. They stride forward with confidence to touch noses with Sorrelfeather when it's allowed. Goldpaw excitedly touches noses with their new mentor, Oatleaf, looking quite eager to start training. Deerfade brought with her 4 kits back to camp, refusing to talk about their origin. Driftburn has gotten green cough, and as a result, FrogClan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be sick or hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. Specklefleck woke up with a splitting headache and could not get out of their nest. They spent the entire day curled up trying to avoid light and noise so that throbbing pain could subside. That was a very eventful moon, and I must admit I am really concerned because Driftburn is now sick. And that's just not going to be a good sign here. So, one of the oldest suggestions that I do remember off the top of my head is for Acorn Kit, so I'm going to change this little kit to Acorn Kit. So there's a lot going on here. Okay. So Driftburn is sick with green cough. Lotus Shade is recovering from birth. I really wish that Brightpaw here would stop picking fights and start learning medicine cat duties, because I'm really concerned since these are both older cats that have a pretty serious condition going on that they're not going to recover. And Specklefleck being injured with the headache doesn't help either. I can't really choose any other cats to be even like a temporary medicine cat because everyone else is normal, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be at this point, I think, sadly. You know, we really did try. Charpaw turned out to be a confident cat, and Goldpaw is fierce. So, here we have Big Kit, Acorn Kit, Conifer Kit, and Fern Kit. They are all Deerfade's kits. Deerfade is a normal cat, so we're gonna roll to see if their other parent, has any traits, and if they don't, then they're all normal kits, unfortunately. We'll just have to see what it is, though. They're all normal kits. So, I must admit I'm getting really nervous about our next extinction event. I really need Sniphusk to have kids at this point. Deerfade is learning more about Sardine Rain, their adoptive parent, which is sad because Deerfade really didn't have a whole lot of time with Sardine Rain in the grand scheme of things. So the apprentices get into a game of telling ghost stories. Charpaw wonders loud if one of the ghost stories is true. The other cats gather close and comfort them. Time for the silly game to end before someone actually gets upset. Brightpaw goes out to gather dandelions by herself and the leaf bear. And luckily, while it's not fun, it is possible to do, and she gathers some. The patrol hears the screaming of a cat begging for their 2 legs to come back and the sound of a monster speeding away. We discover the cooling body of a kitty pet. It seems they attempted to run after their 2 legs and were run over by a monster. Deerfade silently sends a prayer for the kitty pet and can't help but to curse the 2 legs who abandoned such a loyal cat. As our patrol passes along the sand between the waves and rock pools, we see an octopus on land, clearly trying to head for the ocean. But it decided to cross at the wrong time, so ruthlessly Sawstar dispatches it, paws squishing through the very squishy squish. A lot of health-related things this moon, which, with all the medicine cats being sick, it's not surprising. The Cereberry got their paw stuck in a trap, but luckily only has a sprain. Oatly slipped on some rocks and their leg has been dislocated. Specklefleck breathes a small sigh of relief. The deep throbbing in their head has subsided. And poor little Fernkit has gotten yellow cough. Yellow cough I'm a little concerned about because it definitely sounds worse than green cough. And I don't really want that running rampant through the camp, let alone for little Kit. Specklefleck turned out to be a very pretty little warrior. Here's Big Kit. Acorn Kit has very green eyes. Conifer Kit and Fern Kit, who is stuck in a tree again even while sick, apparently. I am still mediating these two. I want to, again, hopefully pass on good traits to Brightpaw. No one really seems up to anything, honestly. I am going to take a quick look at some relationships, though. Time Kit apparently has a crush on Acorn Kit. I'm always a huge fan of, like, little childhood crushes that withstand the test of time, so we'll see if that actually does anything. Looks like Acorn Kit returns the feelings. Honestly, a lot of the cats are related and therefore have that, like, base relationship feelings for one another. And a lot of the other ones are... A lot of the others are really just kind of like barely even in existence, so there's not really a whole lot to report there either, honestly. Alright, so on to patrols. Sorrel Feather suggests it could be a good time to practice new fighting techniques. Sniphusk takes charge and coordinates the exercises for the training patrol. As the patrol pads out into FrogClan territory, Heatherpatch tells Brightpaw about the dream they had last night and what it could mean for FrogClan. Brightpaw shakes their head sadly. They can't make sense of the vision. While walking along the border, we notice WormClan patrol renewing their scent marks ahead. When the two patrols get closer to each other, the patrol leader from WormClan gives Sawstar a respectful nod, which they return. The patrols refocus on their tasks without stopping for conversation, but a mutual feeling of respect has been fostered. So, Driftburn has recovered from green cough, and Specklefleck always seems to have cardinal feathers stuck in their fur, which is very good to see. I don't honestly imagine that Lotushay is going to be down that much longer, but I was definitely getting a little bit nervous there. So I'm very glad to see that recovery come through. Brightpaw is hoping that their medicine cat name will end in Claw. Think we need to just keep that going a little bit. So, Sorrel Feather is eavesdropping on Brookfruit. Sniphusk is worried about Big Kit, and Heatherpatch is eavesdropping on Sniphusk. So there's a lot of rumors going about the clan right now, it seems. And here's Specklefleck now with the cardinal feathers on her tail. The black and the red's just always a fun combination, really. Time Kit is pretending to be clan leader. And we spot an octopus in a rock pool. Sorrel Feather points out the dangers of the creature, explaining how some FrogClan stories tell of a dark forest cat who tried to escape into the ocean, only to be cursed by StarClan to a monster with legs sprouting from each claw. Charpaw and Goldpaw watch the octopus contort itself, more liquid than the animal, and frighteningly they can see how it could be a sea cat. Driftburn notices that the moss is getting old and go to gather some. And we do. So we track the scent of a large dog wandering along the edge of the clan's territory. We have to proceed. We shadow the dog, sending a message back to warn camp. It's exhausting and stressful, but by nightfall, we've confirmed that the dog is leaving the local area and the patrol has assured FrogClan safety. A rabbit bursts from cover, startled by the patrol. We start after it, but it has too great of a head start. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and leave it off here. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, and I apologize for that, but I think that will pretty clearly leave us off with a good spot to prepare for the next upcoming extinction event, which again, I am really nervous about given the current state of our clan and how many normal cats we have. So I think next time is just going to be finding out what that event's going to be and preparing for it. So I hope you're enjoying the series. I really appreciate, again, your support and understanding with the lateness of this episode. I will see you all then, though, and until then, stay safe. Bye!